Hi, hello, Wiffle Nation. Welcome to the test pilot episode of Around the World of Wiffle. Well, this is a new show in the Two Wiffle Dudes podcast network. I'm Carl Coffey, and the first panel is Spencer Bogad, Mark Bellis, Trent Steffes, and Jiimmy Cole. Spencer Bogad from Skibby Football, how are you?
Oh, I'm great, Carl. How are you doing, buddy?
Super duper, Mr. Cooper. Mark Bellis from WWF, what's up?
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be here, guys.
Trent Steffes, Minnesota Wiffle. Yo.
Hi, hello. Feeling a bit under the weather, but I'm excited for this thing.
Jiimmy Cole, ATWOW.
Fuck you, Trent! Oh.
Okay.
Hey, that's mean.
Okay, so we've never done a video podcast type thing. This is a test pilot. If it's a disaster, it will never see the light of day. But hey, it might be cool. So how's it going to work? We're going to do 4 questions with 4 panel guests. Each panel guest gets 30 to 45 seconds to answer the question. Everyone will rotate going first, second, third, or fourth. After the first round, the 2 lowest scores are eliminated. And then there's 2 people left for a mystery question. Whoever has the highest score in the opening round gets to choose if they want to go first or second. Scores are wiped clean. How does scoring work? You get 3 points for a great response, Jimmy. 2 points for a good response, 1 point for an okay response. What is the difference between okay and good? Mark, you have any guess?
I don't know, a lot of details, a lot of information.
Yeah, who knows?
A couple different points.
It's all new to me. -1 for a boring response, -2 for a dumb response, and -3 for a GTFO response. Trent, you're going to get a lot of those. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's just me. If you go too long or you talk too slow, you get negative points, positive points for a quick, well-thought-out response. Who knows? There's no science to this. Yes, we're stealing a lot of this from around the horn, but don't tell them. You don't want to get sued by Disney, Spencer. I said it before. Keep your answers at 30 or 45 seconds. I got a timer. See it? I'm the guy with the green hat.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. So it's going to move fast. It's going to move real fast. 4 questions. Spencer's going first on the first one. I hope you're ready. Here we go. There we go. Was moving the NWA tournament to Morenci, Michigan a good idea? Spencer Bogad.
You know what? I think it was a great idea. I'll tell you why. I got 3 points. First reason, we lost Chris Galloway. So what that means is we don't have the money to support the typical national tournaments. We got to have somewhere that will store all of our equipment. And also, the second point is they have a small community, but it's a community that supports its events. So we may become a following in that town. And the third thing is, although it's not close to a major airport, it is going to be a little bit closer to some of those farther driving cities. We're still going to have the East Coast flying in regardless, so they can fly into Detroit. I think it was a great move, and I commend the people that made that decision.
Perfect. Mark Bellis.
Absolutely. I think we had to move the tournament somewhere. It wasn't going to stay at Soccer First. I mean, Soccer First is great. It had a ton of hotels, a lot of food places. It was a beautiful venue, but we had to go somewhere. I know we could have went to New York, we could have went to Chicago, or we could have went to Pennsylvania, but I think all of them were too expensive. I think going to somewhere where all of us could afford to go and where the town could accept us would be awesome. So I think the committee did a good job. We have somebody on the NWA host committee, and Michael Sessions, who also sits on the Morenci City Council administration, so it could only help us. I've seen a lot of newspaper articles online. I mean, you throw Morenci and wiffle ball in on Google, and it's nothing but articles just welcoming us. So I think they're going to throw out the red carpet for us. And I know it's a lot smaller town, but big things happen in small towns. So we'll see what happens here.
Well said. Trent, what do you got?
All right, so this comes down to one basic fact, and it's the thing that rules. It makes the world go round. It's money. We like Spencer said, we're losing Chris Galloway, and we're going from a 6-figure budget down to a fraction of that. So you're not going to go to Chicago or any of those places where you're going to have to pay out the wazoo for fields. Like, we have free space in Morenci for storage and for playing. I mean, it comes down to money, and that's really all it is.
Money. Jiimmy Cole.
Money doesn't play a game in wiffle ball. Wiffle ball is a cheap plastic ball that can be played anywhere, and moving it to the middle of nowhere in Michigan is just not a good idea. No one likes WSEM or Carl Coffey to begin with. Why not we could do this in Skibby's backyard for free, and we have a pool. This is ridiculous.
Anything else about Morenci?
I mean, I looked up. I saw hotels are 112 a night. So I also looked at strip clubs, and there's a couple around, and there's some with male and female strippers. So I don't know who that's going to float to, but I'm sure it appeals to everybody.
The
That
average
sold me.
score is a 1.3 out of 5, so we got that going for us too. Easy kill.
We're only
Camaraderie's
going
gonna
to
be
crash
off
for the
the
night, though.
charts.
You know, we talked to a lot of people about a lot of things. Strip clubs has never been mentioned. That is a selling point. Michigan has a lot of them. And it's not too far from Canada. Cross the border, fully nude. Hello, hi. Second question. Here we go. More important. You know, this could be for your league team or an NWA team. A good number 3 pitcher. A stud fielder, like a Metter. Or a solid 325 hitter with decent power. Mark Bellis.
All right, so I feel like if we were to have an NWA video game and you could create your own character, I feel like this would be the starting point. You could go 3 different ways. You could be a number 3 pitcher, you could be a stud fielder, or you could be a solid 325 hitter with decent power. I think if you look at all the elite teams, and I would say like Hessfield, Skibby, OCWA, WSEM, HRL, Tampa, they all have at least one hitter who has at least 325 and could hit a decent amount of home runs. Pretty much number 3 pitcher, I feel like is kind of tough. I feel like if you're saying a number 3 pitcher, you assume that your number 1 and 2 are already pretty good. So, I mean, number 3 isn't as important. I mean, you could look at OCWA. They have Pollard and that Bozinga guy. They're good number 3 pitchers, and they got them a bunch of wins in pool play, but that's not really necessary. I feel like I would go with a number one fielder, a stud fielder, because that's somebody who's going to give rest to your number 1 pitchers, your best hitters. They're going to be in there for like the whole tournament. They're going to be in there in pool play. They're going to be in there when it counts in double elimination.
Good. That's good. Yeah, I hear you. Trent Steffes, what do you got?
You're going to want to go with the 325 hitter with power here. When you get down to it, anybody's number 3 is just a huge step down from their number 2. OCWA, for example, Regis Pollard, nothing special there. MNWA hit him fairly well, so that's saying something there. And as for a stud fielder, it makes a lot of sense to have good fielding, but as long as you have athletes on the team, fielding isn't going to be that hard. Fielding is an underrated part of wiffle ball, but it's not the most important part. At the end of the day, you need somebody who's going to hit these pitchers. And man, if you have that one guy, if you have a Ryan Bush, you're going to be set.
Okay, Jiimmy Cole.
Well, number 3 pitcher is useless, so we're just going to cross that off. And if your number 1 and 2 pitchers are that good, fielding doesn't really matter either. So WSEM suck this year because they can't hit. So I'm going to go with 325 power. That's what you need to win.
Spencer Bogad.
This question is so easy, and you all missed the point. The most important thing in this fast pitch tournament is a number 1 pitcher. The second most important thing is a number 2 pitcher. The third most important thing, because this is a pitcher's tournament, is the best fielder. You all are all correct. The third pitcher the batter doesn't make sense to have a good batter if you're going to be facing a stud pitcher.
And it's true, if you walk out game-winning
if you happen to have a stud 1 and 2, then you need the best fielder. Chris
that was
Mender's
a low blow. I'm sorry.
Look at every team that's
blow.
been top 4. They either have stud 2 top pitchers or they got 2 decent top 2 pitchers and a really good fielder. I'm going with fielder.
Thank you.
Who's the good fielder on OCWA?
Clinton, Chris Harley, Ryan Bush.
Ryan Bush is the best fielder on OCWA.
And the best hitter, and the best pitcher.
Yep.
No, Chris Roeder.
That's
Chris
debatable.
Roeder's sure.
All right, so after
He's the best hitter.
listen, you know, Spencer made a lot of good points there. Jiimmy Cole, I don't know what your strategy is, but I mean, hey, you're doing what you're
I
doing.
think he's trying to lose.
So I mean, after 2 rounds, Spencer has 9 points. Mark has 7. Jimmy, you have -3. Trent, let's see what you. And Trent has 6. So, Spencer with 9, Mark with 7, Trent with 6, Jimmy -3. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So, moving on. Third question. What do you tell your friends and coworkers you're doing when you have to take time off for wiffle ball? Trent?
You tell the truth. You say you're going to play competitive wiffle ball in the middle of nowhere in Morenci, Michigan. You're not going to lie to your coworkers and your boss and everything. That's just dumb. I mean, own it. If you're going to be this involved and be like this intense about wiffle ball, you're going to have to own it in everyday life. So I tell the truth, and a lot of times it's a good conversation starter. Not so much with the ladies, but you're trying to bro down. It's a good thing to talk about. So you got to tell the truth.
Well said. Jiimmy Cole.
I disagree about the ladies part. I'm a balding IT guy at the age of 24, and the ladies love that I am a wiffle ball player. But I've spent
Maybe going about it wrong.
I've been out of work for 3 weeks over the past year for wiffle ball related injuries. So taking off a week for actually playing wiffle ball would actually be a good thing.
Spencer.
So I'm with everybody else. I know it's not good for TV, but yeah, I tell the truth. I work in a family business, so I tell them I'm going to play wiffle ball, and they think it's a joke. So I always have to show them YouTube videos when I get back, and then they say, "Oh wow, he throws hard." Yeah, no shit, Grandpa. So
No shit.
I tell them the truth, and it just goes.
Okay, Mark Bellis.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I used to try and tell people that I was going to play softball, but then once the NWLA came around, everybody knew that I was going to play wiffle ball. I'm also a school teacher, so in the summer I don't really have to take time off, but all the kids in school, as soon as they see me in class and they see what my name is, they throw me in Google, and the NWLA stuff is the first stuff that pops up, so I can't even really hide it anymore. So, yeah, you just got to own it. You just got to say you're going to play wiffle ball.
You're famous, Mark.
Yeah, not by choice, though.
Perfect. All
You
right.
should see some of the pictures they come up with.
I love this last question. And it's a tight race, except for Jiimmy Cole. Last question.
Oh, I had to go positive on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you got positive points there. So, should yellow bats be used in fast-pitch wiffle ball? Jiimmy Cole, you're first.
This style of wiffle ball, yes, it should, because it's just the way it's meant to be played. If you're using cut or modified balls, then it's a different game because then it's just unfair. But with uncut balls, the ball moves predictably. It only moves in certain directions and different. Same arm angle, you can see what it is. I think it's fair.
Okay. Spencer Bogad. Fast-pitch wiffle ball. Yellow bats.
I absolutely think it is necessary to keep the yellow bats in fast-pitch wiffle ball, especially at the NWA tournament. We've had some of the greatest memories that we can all remember. Most recently, Sam Skibby hitting a home run off of Stephen Farkas. And you know what? I just thought I would bring a little present for you guys.
Whoa. Sam Skibby just knocks a two-run home run off Stephen Farkas.
That was a great memory, and that came with a yellow bat. So I don't know if you could hear it, but that was
I heard
Carl
it.
Coffey's call of Sam's. So
Can you
that's
hear?
my answer.
Can you hear the disappointment in my voice? Play-by-play announcers are supposed to be non-biased. Whoops.
Wow.
Well played. Okay, Mark Bellis.
All right, so everywhere else that I go, besides the BWBL and SRO, uses yellow bats, and I like that format. And my only argument against the yellow bat is look at the averages in BWBL and SRO. We have multiple people that bat like 7 and 8 and 900 every year. I mean, just using the blue bats or anything else is just too easy. I know when Jiimmy Cole came down, he came and played in the Charity Classic last year, and I only played against him in one game, and I went 3 for 4 with 3 home runs. I mean, that was with the blue bat. It's just too easy. I don't think that would be anywhere comparable if I was using the yellow bat and unscuffed balls. I think for what we're going for, you got to go yellow bat. It's a great equalizer for wiffle ball.
Trent Steffes.
Listen, when we all go to the store and pick up new equipment, in Minnesota you have to go to Menards to get wiffle ball equipment, but what do you get? You get the skinny yellow bat, and what are we playing? We're playing wiffle ball. You got to use the equipment, the classic equipment. If you want to use the Ken Griffey bats or the blue bats, go play blitz ball, go play wiffle ball with an H in it, but we're playing classic wiffle ball, WIFFLE ball. Got to use the wiffle ball bat.
Thank you.
Can spell.
Barely.
That's a good spell.
He has a college education.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the fourth question. In
Follow
last
your
place, we got Jiimmy Cole with 1 point. Jimmy, thanks for joining us. See ya. In third place,
What?
Trent Steffes with 13 points. Trent, you are eliminated. Any last words?
Yep. No.
Thanks for joining us. Second place, Mark Bellis with 14 points, and Spencer Bogad leads with 15 points. Spencer, do you want to go first or second for this last question?
I'll go first.
All right, you ready?
Oh man, what a stud!
Trent,
I'm ready. I'm nervous.
You have a minute. Here we go. Spencer Bogad. Is scuff balls, scuff pitching balls, good for the game of wiffle ball? Go.
That's a great question, Carl. I appreciate you asking that to me. I think scuff balls, I think it's good for the game of wiffle ball. The reason why I would say that is because some people like scuff balls and some people don't like scuff balls. And in our sport, we have a hard enough time finding people that are actually interested in wiffle ball. So in my eyes, if you want to use scuff balls or just regular balls, that's your choice. I prefer the non-scuff balls because just like Jimmy was saying earlier, you get the predictable and more likely to develop into what you're trying to do type of pitch. And when you're batting, it's a little bit easier, it's not unrealistic. So I would say scuff balls are okay, but just definitely not my choice.
That's fair. Mark Bellis, scuff balls, good for the game?
All right, I would say that scuff balls are not okay, and I am a scuff ball pitcher. I'm a very good pitcher when it comes to a scuff ball. I have a shop in my basement. I could sand a ball very good. I have a cement outside. I could scuff a ball very good. I have a bunch of different variety of pitches that I could throw with a scuff ball. And around here in BWBL and SRL, I was pretty good with the scuff ball. But when it comes to throwing a new ball, I think that's like when we're competing with everybody across the whole nation. I think that's the way to go. So I think with a brand new ball, it levels the playing field. Everybody gets a brand new ball. You can't scuff it your own way. I think for a national tournament, for anywhere where you're competing for anything important, I think a brand new ball is the way to go. But I do like scuff balls for beginner leagues or anybody that's just starting out. I mean, that's how I started. But I would go with the new ball.
Thank you, guys. Perfect. Mark, you got 3 points that round. But Spencer, you got 4. Mark, you are eliminated. Any last words?
Woo!
No, thanks for having me on. Congrats, Spencer.
All right, Sue.
Thanks.
All right, Spencer, it's your world now. You won. Test Pilot Show.
Do I get 30 seconds?
Trial and error. You got 30
Do I get 30 seconds?
Sure, man. It's your world. Whatever you got to say.
Well, this is just a test, right?
Yeah, but I mean, we're
All
going
right, I'd like to say thanks to my mom, my dad, my dog Yachty. He was just on the news the other day. And I'd like to say thanks to my league, SWBL, Sam Skibby. I'm nothing without you. You create everything that gives me the opportunity to play, so thanks to you. And shout out to all my haters.
Are there any haters?
Well, hater.
Oh, okay. True. All right, guys, that's the Test Pilot Show of Around the World of Whipple. Thanks for joining us.